Beautiful people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it is your first time here, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me again. I know I promised you guys a second part of my life update video. This is it. I did shoot one before and I felt like there was a lot of cringe moments. There was too much. There was a lot of oversharing. You get what I mean? So I didn't want to display that, and I also didn't want to focus on one part of the video, and I felt like I was talking too much about one part of my life. So I'm shooting another one. Hopefully this one goes well. If you are looking at it right now, it's definitely better. I don't know if you guys can hear that my voice is a little bit husky. The weekend was wild, hence I'm having water today because hey, what tequila did to me cannot be undid. It cannot be undid. Anyway, one thing that I wanted to talk about on my life update that I felt like was going to take most of the video out, because it's one huge thing that happened in my life in 2022, is that I lost my sugar and spice. Yeah, so I'm single now. Hey guys, but I'll heard but I'll heard that, guys. I'll heard that. We'll show you what life is all about. Right. Yeah, I broke up with my boyfriend. It was pretty much around the time that I was also experiencing the accident, trying to navigate around my trauma, trying to navigate around the fact that I'm breaking up with this guy. It was just like overwhelming, so much so that most of the time, most of my breakup, I was numb. Like, I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm cool. Like, people were like, are you fine? Are you good? You know, I was like, I'm fine. And then there was a point where I was just crying one night, thinking about everything else that happened in my life, him included, the memories, what do I really want out of a relationship, what's happening, you know. Why I was asking myself those questions is that part of the things that happened towards our breakup is me not being honest enough with myself about what I want, and it reflecting on my relationship, you know. I'm not going to talk about his part and what he did and all of that. I'm not gonna touch that, because if I touch that it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be really wild. And also, this is someone I really cared about, you know, despite of whatever happened between us, someone I cared about, someone I truly loved. So I don't want to create any bad blood or anything like that, but I will speak more of what I have discovered about myself and what I have learned out of the relationship, which is so many things. If I should tell you, you know, it was a beautiful relationship. I'm not gonna lie, it was one beautiful relationship. I was genuinely happy. I learned love, you know, and what it takes to love someone, and what it takes to accept someone. And it's beautiful to learn those things, you know. It's beautiful to learn those things. I wouldn't change a thing about it. I wouldn't change a thing about it, to be quite honest. I've learned so much. He told me so much. I told him so much. And, you know, it didn't work out, man. You know, the certain things that we put under the surface and they caught up with us, the certain things that were left unspoken. There were certain truths that I also discovered about myself as a person that I was scared to voice out, because hey, how will people look at me? Maybe one day in the video I will be more specific about the kind of things that I want, or that I wanted, that I wasn't able to voice out. But more than anything, I feel like this relationship has taught me to be selfish and to do what makes me happy no matter what, you know. I know in a relationship there's certain compromises that you need to do, but you shouldn't compromise to a point where you even forget who you are, or you forget what you stand for, or what makes you happy, you know, only focusing on the next person. I have a problem when I'm in a relationship where I become so codependent on the next person, so much that even my friends would be like, yo, you're always with this person. Still trying to figure out if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Right now, I missed myself. I think this is also why I was telling a lot of my friends that I'm not ready for a relationship right now, because I'm enjoying what's happening with me right now. I'm enjoying discovering myself. I'm enjoying learning to be selfish and to do stuff for me and to put all the love to me, to just like I'm enjoying it. I really am. And I know I should be miserable. I did have 2 or 3 days of being miserable. I cried. I miss him. I would like look at some pictures, delete them, cry. I did have that moment, but I'm sort of happy. I don't know. I can't see, like I feel somewhat bad to say this, but it's the truth. You know, it's the truth. One of the things that I have learned that I didn't practice in my relationship is that you need to remember to be an individual in a relationship, and you need to talk in a relationship. You need to talk. I was suppressing certain things because I felt like certain issues are more important than others, and I feel like that was my mistake, because I feel like as long as something is aching you for a while, it is worth talking about. Whether you feel like whatever you feel like it's not as important according to society or to your partner. If it's important to you, then you must voice it out, and if he respects you and loves you, he's gonna listen and act on it. You get what I mean? So I'm not ready for a relationship. One, because I'm not so sure what I want out of a relationship. Because I want so many things, so much so that I wonder if it exists, if what I want exists, if my standards, I feel like my standards I think a person's standards changes with every relationship, or with every heartbreak, or with growth, or per year, or whatever the case may be. And I feel like I've been ignoring a part of my life, a part of myself for so long, just to appear as what the society wants, and it's time to stop that, because it's not fair, because it will cost me happiness, it will cost me contentment. So I need to be honest with myself. I need to be honest with who I am, what I want, what I stand for in a relationship, and what I stand for myself personally, individually. So yeah, man, those are some of the things that I've learned out of my relationship. Certain things that I've learned that make sense to me now, why I was acting how I was acting in the relationship. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about his part, what he did, whatever. I'm going to talk more about my part and why I suddenly feel happy that I'm no longer in a relationship. I'm a very complicated person to love in this generation. The society has given us this picture of how a relationship is supposed to look like, and what is genuine love, and what is a good guy, and what is a bad guy, and what is a toxic guy, and we are busy following the footsteps, the experience and not the experience of rona. Beyonce is out there telling you guys, this is a good man, this is not a good man, because of what she has experienced, and we're trying to follow through with what Beyonce says, based on her experiences. But every experience is totally different. It's totally wild. Like, it's crazy the kind of things that I have discovered. One day I'll tell you guys. One day I'll be brave enough to tell you guys some of the things that I have discovered about myself in the past relationship and currently. It's been about a month, but yeah, it's been a month or two of the breakup, I think. Yeah. And with every day there's a different emotion. It's not easy. Tomorrow you feel lonely, you feel like you know. It's that habit thing, you know. I was so used to being with this person. I was so used to telling him how my day was. Now I don't tell anyone, you know. Sometimes you feel like that, and then sometimes you're really happy, enjoying yourself, you're cooking for yourself. I'm like recently enjoying cooking so much, you know. Sometimes I'm enjoying cooking for myself, having my me time, watching Netflix and all of that. Tomorrow something happens that triggers me. The next day, you know, it's just so, it's a roller coaster of emotions. But I feel like right now that I'm able to shoot this video, I think for like a good week I've been stable with my emotions. I've been in one place with my emotions because of having conversations with different people, specifically this one person who has made me like realize certain things about myself. Didn't really make me realize, just made me admit them. You know, it's not a matter of now I wasn't aware, now I'm suddenly aware. I was aware, you know. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes how more relationshiping, you feel like certain things are not worth talking about because the important things are fulfilled. This person cares and loves you and is there for you and is supportive. So you feel like, you know, you complaining about something else is somewhat too much, or you don't know what you're looking for. I mean, this guy's present. It's like people who tell you when you tell someone someone is cheating on you and you're like, at least have a sharp. You know. So this person has just made me realize what I want exists. It's out there, you know. It might not be 100% of what I want, but it's at least 80, and I shouldn't compromise on that. I shouldn't compromise on that. If that's what I want, that's what I want. If like a 20% of someone else's relationship, someone else might feel like this part of a relationship contributes 20%, you know, in my relationship, and now I might feel like it contributes 50% in the relationship, and that's just me, you know. I mean, who wrote the book of life? You know what I mean? Who said this is how a relationship is supposed to go? This is how you're supposed to love, or whatever. So that's one thing I'm discovering about myself, and I'm doing this because I want to be a better partner. I mean, one day I want to get married, I want to have a husband, I want to have kids, and I don't want to make the same mistakes that I've made with my previous relationships. I want to get in intentionally. I want my actions to be intentional. I want what I say to be intentional. I want the communication with my partner to be intentional. So I'm intentional with everything that I do in my daily life. Right now, my number one mission is putting so much love in myself and being very, very selfish. I remember I was jotting down, I can't find the book. I wanted to shoot with the book, but I cannot find it. But pretty much what I wrote on the book was pretty much me like jotting down stuff that I would do for someone I love and actually applying them to myself. Words of affirmation, taking myself out on a date, cooking my favorite meal, you know, writing down things that I enjoy about myself so that I can enjoy my own company, you know, so that I can, because there's days where you feel lonely when you're single, you know, like that's the reality of it. There are days where I feel lonely, I feel bored, and it's even worse because I moved to a totally different place now. I don't know anybody this side. The only people that I know is guys, and now it's thinking so it's just, yeah, it's pretty much that, you know, trying to fill my cup, be full, be whole, and then maybe one day I will put myself out there and have the energy to love someone else and to be in a relationship with someone else, and just, you know, be sure I'm ready. You get what I mean? So it was just so beautiful journaling those things down. I haven't fulfilled all of them. I'm still in the journey. I will definitely share the journey with you guys, let you guys know in detail the type of things that I wrote down, things that I want to do to improve with, you know, within myself, some self-love, some self-improvement, some self-care days, more, you know, more alone time. You know, I want to take this breakup and look at it in a different light of, okay, what am I doing with all this time? I can do this, I can do that, I can do that, so that I just continue loving myself and not feeling like I've lost like a huge part of my life, or feel like now I need to be depressed and cover myself in blankets and all of that, because honey, life is too short. It was a good ride, it was amazing. I'm pretty sure he also feels the same. It was a beautiful time. It's definitely a beautiful time. Would I go back? I don't believe so. As much as there's so many people who feel like I won't go back, I really don't believe so. I feel like there's certain things that I have admitted to myself that I've been scared to admit to, and they are the results. Sure, there was other things that made the whole thing end, but also the main important thing is that the existing problems that made us not proceed in the first place are still there. So what's the point of going back when what's the point of going back knowing there's certain things that are still existing? I mean, am I gonna now compromise on those things? Am I gonna accept that those problems are existing and keep it moving? No, I want an amazing relationship, and I'm not gonna go back to a relationship simply because it's hard to start a new one. I don't believe in that. So yeah, before I start oversharing again, I'm gonna end it here. I thought you guys should know. I mean, I introduced you to this person, and I think it's only fair to let you guys know that it is what it is. I'm okay, I'm fine. Did I cry like crazy? I did. And am I happy? I'm okay, I'm good. I'm good. Life happens, things happen, people happen, so it is what it is. So yeah, man, like I said, I will be sharing my journey. I will be sharing a lot of things on my YouTube channel, trying to navigate around everything. This life thing is a mess, but we learn every single day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.